Hello, what's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video
of Gravity Falls
on my channel. This is the second video we've put up. We got a couple cool videos and one short coming out soon. So as of filming this, 12 years ago today, as of filming this, Gravity Falls was released across the world with its pilot episode, Tourist Trapped, which follows the adventures of Dipper and Mabel fighting, also spoiler warning, fighting a bunch of gnomes that become a giant monster. Now, if you have not seen Gravity Falls, I personally don't know why you're here, but this is to celebrate the 12th anniversary of Gravity Falls and the 8 years anniversary of when it ended, which I don't think that's today, but we are going to be seeing Alex, get out of the way for a second, and my entire collection of Gravity Falls memorabilia, which, in case you don't know what memorabilia means,
Excuse me, Zach?
my book collection, collection.
Zach,
wait,
I
one
can't
second.
see that.
I know. My collection, my entire collection of everything I own from Gravity Falls that's not the show and not digital. Now, there were a couple things I couldn't get my hands on, like the Gravity Falls Journal 3 Special Edition. Wow, the prices on that thing were high. I also couldn't get, I had 2 of these Cinestory comics coming out in the mail, but they didn't get here in time, so I could not put them in this video. There's a little story with this book.
Hey, Zach.
When we get to it. What?
Can I take a break on the treadmill?
Okay.
Okay, bye guys. See you later.
No, we don't want the treadmill noise. Turn it off.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
And I also couldn't get the Gravity Falls video game. I can't really say the title because it's like really hard to pronounce. And also, you might see this thing here. It's a power disc for a video game called Disney Infinity. I recommend checking it out if you are willing to spend most of your money. Either way, let's begin this memorabilia showing with one of my personal favorite books that I own with Gravity Falls Journal 3. Now, it's backwards because, for obvious reasons, the camera and all that. But if you take the outside cover off, well, first of all, you'll get the normal Journal 3 with no things on it, when normally there'd be all this junk on the cover, and then this on the spine. And inside of this cover are blueprints from the desktop of McGucket, Fiddleford Hadron McGucket, which you can see here, the Gideon bot, the Gobblewonker. Oh, this is the laptop. That's the Gobblewonker, the interdimensional portal that Ford built with Fiddleford. That Bill tricked Stanford into building. But yeah, that's a little hidden goodie with that one, which I didn't notice until I wanted the annoying stuff off. But yeah, obviously this is not the Blacklight edition, with only 10,001 copies created. How ironic, I flipped to this page when opening it. I just flipped automatically to this page, like halfway through the book. But yeah, if you're a Gravity Falls fan and you don't already have this book, I recommend it. If you finish the show, this adds a ton of extra goodies. You get to read all of the pages written by Dipper and all of the edits that Ford made. It's just really authentic to the original journal in the show. Either way, the next book we're going to be taking a look at is Dipper and Mabel's Guide to Mystery and Nonstop Fun. Or Dipper's and Mabel's Guide to Mystery and Nonstop Fun, depending on the way you want to read it. I mean, it literally says the exact same thing on the spine. Either way, you can see a picture of Dipper and Mabel on the front, and it also says the authors, so you know that they wrote the book. Either way, there are a few pages in here with codes. There are a few pages in here about, like, just paying homage to the episodes in the show. There's a page of what to say when you encounter a monster. There's even a page with an entry by Bill Cipher himself.
Bill Cipher himself?
Yes, Bill Cipher himself. And on the front it says secret codes, poster, and more. I actually took out the poster already and I hung it up on my wall.
Huh? I'm gonna go check.
I might show that in a future video. Either way, one of the codes that I actually wrote in here was take note of this, write it on a piece of paper if you want. Pause the video to get a piece of paper and a pencil. If you want to solve this code, hopefully you have that. I'm not giving you the answer.
Anyway, this is what it looks like.
I told you not to take it off. Yeah, there are two sides to this paper. And if you look at the back, a poster for several times. Alex, no, put that back on my wall now.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have all that, these are the letters in the code. FQ, FP, QEB, capital B, capital K, capital A, exclamation point, FQ, apostrophe P, YFII, exclamation point, XIPL, comma, F, apostrophe J, ERKDOV, period. That is the code I put in. I'm not going to show you the page just because that would spoil the key. And I want you to try and figure out the key on your own. I'll give you a hint. It is using the Caesar cipher, which you know there are 26 times 2 different outcomes for the Caesar cipher. If you're going forwards and backwards, either way, that's some of the That's some of the goodies in Dipper's and Mabel's Guide to Mystery and Nonstop Fun. Oh, also, on the final page, this is what I put in for it. It said, draw a monster, Bill. Draw a princess, Mrs. Bill. Draw the monster and the princess on a date, Mr. and Mrs. Bill. I just thought that was funny. Either way, this is Gravity Falls Lost Legends, a must-have, almost as must-have as Gravity Falls Journal 3. A must-have for all fans of the show because there are 4 brand new adventures in this book. And that's not the only thing. There are also some codes in it. Like if I look here on the page where Schmebulok is telling you about the table of contents, if you look on the side of the table, like right around here, there's a code. It won't really show up on camera, but there is a code. Haven't quite cracked it, but yeah. And also, all 4 of these stories have Ford in it, so they happen pretty close to the finale. All of the stories. Tale 1 is called Face It. Tale 2 is called Comics Up. Tale 3 is called Don't Mention It. And Tale 4 is called... I can never remember the name of this one. The Pines Boys in, the Jersey Devils in the Details. And yeah, it's more into the stand.
I will destroy you with my
Alex.
Blaster.
This is meant for something else. Okay. Either way, yeah. Lost Legends, very good book. Recommend you check it out. Also, if you take off the overcover,
Now the story.
stop, Alex.
Okay.
You'll see that it's a completely different cover. And there's a question mark on it. And I like reading it this way because it's just more mysterious. And my friends at school never know what I'm reading because it's just a big giant question mark. And then when they open it, they see it's Gravity Falls related. But yeah, if you want to have all of your secrets in your book secretive and hidden so that no one knows what you're reading, just put that there in school or something. Either way, let's get on to the next book-ish, which is Gravity Falls Mad Libs. I actually have 2 copies of this, so I get 2 chances at every single Mad Lib. Let me see if this is the one where I did one in. Trusting Uncle Stand. Bill Cypher. I don't think this is the one where I did something. I did like a Summerween one in this one. Oh wait, it is the one. Happy Summerween. Did you know that the Dippers of Gravity Falls celebrate Halloween 13 times a year? Once in October, you know, the stinky way, and again in the heat of tundra. Dipper and Mabel's Summerween was snowy, to say the least. After all, a jump in with the Summerween Trickster is no car. Here's how to enjoy Summerween. If you're going to the mountain to pick up some Summerween goodies and costumes, maybe leave Grunkle Marshall at home. Old mad skates and honest retailers don't really mix. Go trick or multiplying. Even if someone really cold like Wendy invites you to a party instead, you'll likely have a better time pounding the pavement in search of chocolates. Keep Seuss away from the cheesy street lamp wing decorations. He's usually helpful in a jam, but it's useful as a 13-legged butler bud when he's distracted. So that is my Happy Summerween Mad Lib. If you want some fun while you're stuck in school, I recommend getting this so that like when you're able to read or you have free time, I recommend that you get this so that you can just enjoy doing some Mad Libs and creating your own stories. And if you're doing one of these in single player, just like put a piece of paper on this part and write down everything in the top layer so that you can do it alone. And I recommend getting like more than one of these so that you can do all of them twice, because there are a ton of possibilities with this. Almost infinite combinations. Either way, let's get on to the one that I thought was Dipper's and Mabel's Guide to Mystery and Nonstop Fun when I bought it. Tales of the Strange and Unexplained, bedtime stories based on your favorite episodes, the Grunkle Stan edition. And Grunkle Stan saying on the cover, remember, folks, we put the fun in no refunds. Either way, there's really not much to say about this except the Grunkle Stan moments are kind of funny. I like his stuff, but really they're just recaps of the episodes. And also, if you haven't seen the show, watch out, because there is not what he seems, but instead they have a tale of two Stans. They have a tale of two stands and not what he seems. Stop doing that, Alex.
That's not me.
You're the only one up there. You could hit me. Also, look at this. Look at this. How did that get past all the people at Disney who have to like check it before it gets published? Look at that. There is the time bar. So we can see what they're using to to take this picture. And we can also see what point in the episode they were at. So that's one of the reasons I give this book a pretty low rating. But hey, the book gains points for having 2 out of the 3 episodes that Bill appears in the book. So it gains a few points for that. Because if you put Bill in a book or really anything, it's going to be a better episode. Either way, this book has more secrets than, well, most of the others. It is Dipper and Mabel and the Curse of the Time Pirate's Treasure. Now, the biggest secret in this book is the secret page. If you solve a code in this book, you will be able to get this page and learn a bit about Bill's cipher. It's also free to print on Google, which is actually how I got this. So, yeah. It goes right in between page 246 and page 247 if you print it out. And it gives you quite a bit of knowledge with Bill. The only downside, though, is that no matter what you do, it's going to be bigger than the book. So it's not going to look right. It'll look more like a bookmark than anything else. But hey, you get a free page that's not otherwise there out of it. Anyway, that's the biggest thing with this book. It's a really good book. Except for the fact that it's a select your own choose venture book. It's like one of those adventure books where you get to like a certain page and then you see 2 things and then you pick the page. Like this says decline Blendon's offer 71 or go after the treasure set 103. So if I say 103, I go after the treasure. So you just flip through pages. That's what's cool. Either way, now we're on to the Weird Mageddon Cinestory comic, which is as you'd expect. It's the Weird Mageddon, but a Cinestory comic. Now the interesting thing with this is that, well, there are 2 interesting things. So number 1, all of the cryptograms from Weird Mageddon are in the last couple of pages of the book. So if you want, you can try and solve all of those cryptograms without taking pictures from Disney Plus or wherever you get the episodes, or just looking at the episodes and pausing your TV. So before you go to bed each night, if you have this book, which is for limited time on Amazon, and we'll get to why that is later in just a minute, but if you do end up having this book, you can just easily go to the final few pages and try and solve the cryptograms with your Dipper's and Mabel's Guide to Mystery and Nonstop Fun. Either way, this is the backstory with this book. It never released. I'm not saying I have the only copy in the universe, but what I'm saying is, well, so I found this post on, I think it was Reddit or something, that said stuff about how there were supposed to be more Cinestory comics, and that the Weird Mageddon book, Cinestory book, and the Weird Gravity Falls Cinestory number 5, they were both canceled because Joe's books went bankrupt before they released, because they were pushed back. But from what my knowledge is, this might be false information, but from my knowledge, Amazon was already given like a lot of copies for this book when it was supposed to come out, and they just had so many copies that they didn't know what to do with. So after Joe's books went bankrupt, they still sold the book on Amazon as an Amazon exclusive product. And if you see here, even though Joe's Books went bankrupt, they still get credit for it because on the side it says Joe's Books. So yeah, it's kind of a mystery. I'm still not sure of what happened with this. Also, there's just some good news with it. One, well, it's obviously my hand, so I got a copy of it from eBay for $5. And two, they do not split up number 3 and number 4 of Weirdmageddon. So that is nice because it's more authentic than Disney Plus. But who cares about that? Because, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just nice that they did that. But yeah, Weirdmageddon 3. It's just Weirdmageddon 3 for the rest of the book. Either way, we have 2 more bits of memorabilia that I own. Well, technically 3 if you want to get technical about it. Either way, these are the 2 Gravity Falls power discs for Disney Infinity. Well, 2 of them. There is, I think, 1 more. Might be 2 more. But the grappling hook one, I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist because Anna and a couple other characters already have grappling hooks, so it wouldn't really matter. Either way, this one gives you the Gravity Falls sky background. And this one gives you the Gravity Falls ground. The only thing with these is that they look like they do like so little. In fact, they don't even look like they are worth anything. But these are apparently rare power discs. And they costed my grandma, because she got them for me for my birthday, $40 to get both of these. Unless she got like a deal or something. But yeah, $40 was the cheapest I found both of these power discs. So these were like pretty rare. They're almost as much as a Nintendo Switch game. Either way, yeah, these things are pretty cool in the game. I really, really wish that Disney Infinity 4.0 had come out so that maybe, just maybe, they could have given us Dipper, Mabel, and Bill Cipher as playable characters. That would have been so cool. Maybe even Grunkle Stan. I don't think they would have given us a Bill Cipher, though, because that's just, way too powerful sounding. But, also in Disney Infinity, this one actually unlocks a few other things that you wouldn't get in the Toy Box Speedway, which is another power disc thing. You can get a ton of Gravity Falls things, but yeah, that's what these things are. They're pretty cool in the game. I recommend getting them. They work for versions 2 and 3 of the game, not number 1. So really, I played on an Xbox One, but you could really do it on any any consoles that came out in the time range that Disney Infinity did. But yeah, those were the second to last bits of memorabilia, and this is the final bit of memorabilia. My Gravity Falls t-shirt. It says Trust No One. It has Grunkle, Stan, Wendy, and Waddles on the front. I don't know why they couldn't have done Seuss instead of Waddles, because Waddles isn't quite as relevant to the plot as Seuss is. But hey, so what? It's still a good shirt. I like it. Either way, this is not all of the memorabilia that was ever made for Gravity Falls, but it's a good chunk of it. I mean, this is, like, obviously not all, and it's not all that was planned. In fact, it's not all that's coming. We already have confirmed that the Book of Bill is coming out next month in July, which is so nice. I'm probably not going to get it because it said that it was made for, like, adults, but either way, the Book of Bill will be nice when I actually am able to get it. And I think the reason it's for adults is just because the Gravity Falls fandom has grown up. They've become older people. So that's probably why it's written like that. I mean, it's not that it probably won't have any swear words in it or anything like that. It's probably just going to be scarier than some of the other things because I mean, it's the evil Dorito Man that we, for some reason, all know and love. Either way, yeah. Gravity Falls is officially 12 years old today. Again, probably won't get this out the day it comes out, that day it turns this age. So yeah, if you've ever taken a trip through the Pacific Northwest, you've probably seen a bumper sticker for a town called Gravity Falls. Find it. Take a trip. It's not on any maps. Other things. I don't remember the rest of the phrase because it's like a minute long. But either way, as Mickey would say, see you real soon. Oh yeah. And also, like Grunkle Stan would say, remember folks, we put the fun in no refunds. See you next time, everybody.